Action.
I stand before you to stand behind you to tell you something I know nothing about. There'll be a mother's meeting on Friday, but the call is only on Thursday. Okay, here we go. So, what sits here?
This is the plural count.
No, but what organ is here?
It's
The heart,
a heart.
right? So the heart has the aorta, and we saw it, there's an ascending aorta, there's an aortic arch, and a descending aorta. This essentially is part of that aortic arch. It has what's called a brachiocephalic trunk. There is only one, and it's only on the right side. The brachiocephalic trunk will then give off a common carotid, which is the right side, and a right subclavian. On the left side, the left common carotid and the left subclavian come directly off the aortic arch. So on the right side, there's a brachiocephalic trunk, which then gives off a common carotid and a right subclavian. And on the left side, there is no brachiocephalic trunk. It immediately gives off the left common carotid and the left subclavian. The aorta, after it becomes the descending aorta, comes down, and in this region, it's called the thoracic aorta. Once it crosses the diaphragm, it is the abdominal aorta. The abdominal aorta gives off several major vessels. First of all, one is called a celiac trunk, which has 3 arteries, which we'll talk more about when we do digestion. It has a superior mesenteric, which goes over the renal artery and vein. And it has an inferior mesenteric, and both the mesenterics end up coming down towards the intestinal region. Again, more to follow. The abdominal aorta now splits into a left common iliac and a right common iliac. From here, they split into an external and an internal. External and then the internal. Coming off the abdominal aorta, again, the renal artery, here and here. Now when we look at the veins, we have the common iliac vein, which blend to form the inferior vena cava. Right? Now remember that this is all coming up this way. Arteries branch and veins receive blood. So these are all receiving, they're all kind of coming in, they're coming up this way, they're merging, and they're forming the inferior vena cava. The inferior vena cava also receives blood from the renal vein, right? I should say from the kidneys via the renal veins, here and here. So again, the artery distributes it this way. The veins will receive it to the larger vein and head up north. When we look at the side here, we have a right subclavian vein and a right external jugular vein. These will merge to form the right brachiocephalic vein. Same thing on the left side. The left brachiocephalic vein. So where there is one brachiocephalic trunk, I'll label it here, let's say, there are 2 brachiocephalic veins. The brachiocephalic veins now merge to form the superior vena cava. Okay? That's good for now. Let me do the arm.